Welcome to part one of the 1965 Mustang build-up. This is a kit by AMT. It's a 1/6 scale version, so it's just over 11.5 inches long, so it's nearly 30 centimeters in length. It's to celebrate the 50 years of the Mustang. Apparently, according to the box, it says that it's got opening doors and hood. It's got vinyl tyres, vinyl hoses and wiring, and there's also a stock and custom options to it as well. So that's pretty good. On the outside of the box, we just there we get the optional custom parts for it, and then we also get a few other small details about the car itself there. And then it's just basically the same picture on that side of the box, and then on this side it just goes through some of the different features of it, like dual exhaust, spinning wheel covers, optional white wall overlays, folding seat backs, a rally pack instrument cluster, and a 271 HP 289 cubic inch high performance V8 with 4 barrel carbs and a 4-speed transmission. And then we've got basically the same on that side as well. And then on the bottom of the box, it does give you a parts overview as well. So that's pretty cool. So if we just take a look at some of the stuff inside the box, I've already actually had this out and had a little look myself. I mean, I haven't taken anything out the bags, but you can see there where they've added the bits of plastic in there just to keep everything safe and to stop it from drooping. But it doesn't look like a bad little kit, to be quite honest. It's got the Ford Mustang logo in the side of the on the side. I think Americans call these fenders. We call it a wing, but I think in America it's called a fender. You've also then obviously got the engine bay. So it's not a bad sized little kit. I can't see any mold lines on this through the bag. I can't even really see any flash either anywhere on this kit, looking at it. There might be a little bit of flash in places. Yeah, no, I've just seen a little bit of flash right at the end, just there. But that's okay, that's not going to take too much to get rid of. So this is the chassis, and that's actually quite detailed as well. Hopefully you can see that. That doesn't look too bad. I can't really see any issues with that either. And then on the other side we've got the interior tub, and that looks quite good as well. The detail on that, I think hopefully you should be able to see the detail there on the seats. That does look pretty good, so happy with that. There are some injection pin marks on the floor, and I've just seen a couple on the seats as well, so they will need to be gotten rid of, to be fair. But that's not too bad. And then you've also got the accelerator and the brake built into the firewall itself, so you know, make of that as what you will. But yeah, there are definitely a few injector pin marks that are going to need to come off that, but again, that shouldn't be too much of a hassle. These are all the chrome parts that you get supplied with a kit. There's two little screws in here, so this is the main one. So you get the spinning hookups or whatever they refer to on the box, and then you get the Kragers or something like that. So they look quite good as well. I would imagine, to be quite honest, most of the chrome on this is going to be de-chromed and then resprayed. And then you've also got another little sprue on this side as well, and they've actually put a little bit of tissue in between the two to stop them from rubbing up against each other, so sort of destroy the chrome. So that's not looking too bad. That looks fairly okay. Yeah, I can't see any sort of real issues with that at all. Chrome work looks to be okay, but as I say, some of it will be coming off anyway, and be replaced. So it's not looking too bad at all. And then we've got the vinyl hoses there, and also a couple of little different rods in the bag. And then we've also got different types of tyre. We've got 2 big fat tyres, and then what appear to be just 4 ordinary normal tyres. I guess maybe the normal tyres, just these big fat tyres you only put on the back, and the front ones stay the same sort of thing. I don't know, I'd need to look in the instructions on that one. We've also then got the bag with the clear parts in it, and again these have actually been put in separately. So you've got the windscreen in one bag with the little quarter windows for the front, and then you've also got, I believe that could be the rear windscreen with the headlamps, and then you've also got the tail lamps for the back. So that's pretty good. And then it's just various little different bags of different bits and pieces. So you've got the hood there, that has actually got quite a bit of flash on it, so that's going to need a little bit of work to it. And then it's just all sort of suspension bits. You've got your distributor cap there, the axles, the front valance, and then the white, put my teeth back in, the white wheel trims. That was pretty hard to say. And then you've got the seats in that one as well. So yeah, there's some stuff in there. There is a little bit of flash build up on some of the parts there, but not too bad. And then you've got another bag here as well. This mainly consists of some more interior parts. You've got the door handles in there, or the door inserts, and then you've got the outer skin of the door as well. You've also got the separate dashboard in there. You've got your steel rims in there, 2 different types of steering wheel, which is great, and then the rest of it looks to be as though it's just engine parts. And then if we have a look here, these are the decals. I haven't actually opened these, so let's just see if we can get into the bag and take a look at the decals. I always like to have a look at the decals. It would have helped if I'd have had a knife or something like that with me to do this, but never mind. We can get in just using brute force. Alright, so let's have a look at the decals. Yep, so there we go. So they're some of the they're the decals that you get with the car. So it's only really well, you get some stripes to go on it. I might put those on, I might not, I don't know. Who knows? You've also got 2 different types of speedo there. You've got some other gauges on there as well. Yeah, I mean the decals are okay. I mean it's not exactly what I was expecting, to be quite honest. There's not really a lot of decals for decal placement. Not like on the modern 1/12 scale Mustang that I've done, where you got, you know, decals that go on the batteries and the oil filters and stuff like that. Yeah, you've got none of that on this particular set of decals, which is a bit of a shame, but never mind. So if we just put that back down there, and then if we get the destructions out, the instructions on this, actually, to be quite honest, aren't that big. basically down at the bottom there it gives you the paint colours, the body colours, interior colours, and then I mean as with any normal build really, it tells you, you start with the engine and then you work your way into the cockpit, and then you go to the wheels, and then you start working on the chassis, and then you put your doors together, etc., and then you come over to there, and you do some more work to the actual body itself, put the glass into the body. Yeah, so I mean, there's not really a lot going on those instructions really. It's only a couple of pages. I mean, it is a relatively small kit. Thing is, especially with this kit, because it is actually an off-white colour, you would need to paint it anyway. Sometimes I know you can get away with just basically polishing the plastic, but this being an off-white is almost an ivory colour really, to be quite honest. I think, it's going to need to be painted anyway. This build for me particularly, I'm not really going to have, I'm not really going to do any sort of customization work to it, as I have done with other car builds. I'm going to sort of pretty much stick to like tradition, I guess, if you like, or original for this particular car. I will see if I can light the lights on this, the headlights, etc. Because if I can, that would be fantastic. Not sure whether that's going to be possible though at the moment, just by looking at the stuff in the sprues, but hopefully it might be. If it is, that'd be great. The colour that I have actually chosen for this one is a white colour, but it's a pearlescent white. And I think that would actually look quite good in a pearlescent white. There's just a few other things that then need to be done with it, really. The interior, the engine bay itself will be done in a semi-gloss black, as I think they were done in the good old days, and then the rest of the car itself would be done in a pearlescent white, and I think that should look pretty good. So that's about it for this particular update. I will come back to you in part 2, where hopefully we've made some progress on this kit. Until then, thanks for watching, and please do take care.